Peace, fam. Grand Rising, right? Okay, so, something came on my heart, and it's about this, it's about trust, right? A lot of times, we live in a society where we have been taught to be more untrusting than trusting, right? And a lot of times it's just like respect, there's an underlying type thing where, you have to earn my trust, just like they say you earn respect, right? But, when you get to like the real knit and grit of things in terms of everything that is around us, even with human beings and all of this that's around us, right? We have to still come into the realization that everything is a descension of dark matter energy that is on this plane, right? At some level, however great or small. So when we look at it, even though, the neuromelanated being is at a higher ascension in terms of frequency and DNA, the lower aspects of us is still an extension of us, right? At a lower density, right? That comes, with lower vibrational, set of circumstances and components to it, right? So even with that, as we now are in the ascension process, we have to ascend back up into our original spark, our dark matter energy, right? Or our original spark, right? Which comes into, the respect, the trust, and all of these little things that at this lower density we seem, to struggle with sometimes. I've learned over the times that we are very delicate beings, right, at this lower state of consciousness, right? Very sensitive, my thing is, due to the sensitivity, at this lower sense of consciousness, right, we allow things to kind of like get to us, right? But as you ascend, right, it dissipates. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't get to you, because you're understanding or understanding or even overstanding it at a higher state of consciousness. So it doesn't get to you, like bother you, because you're understanding it from a more logical perspective, because you realize that we are still connected. Just the illusion of separation says that we are not. So I think that because even if we see frequency and we want to match our frequency, right? We want to match our frequency to those that are of, that can have a balance of understanding of who we are is. But even at a lower level of consciousness, it's still a descension of dark matter energy, to which we are comprised of dark matter energy, which is also a descension of who we are, even though we may, on a hierarchy of things, may be at a higher level of frequency due to our genetics, our DEA. So I just wanted us to think along the lines of inclusive instead of separation, right? Because at the end of the day, even if Zeus created the human being, it still was created as a descension of all that is.